Hey guys, this is Gar from ANC Games, and we're celebrating the 30th anniversary of Nintendo. We're gonna talk to some of our staff and their favorite memories of it. Check it out.
Hi, my name's Tanisha, and my favorite NES game is Super Mario Brothers. It's my favorite because it was the very first game I can remember playing. In a way, the NES was a gateway for me into all the other console games, and I was eventually hooked and couldn't stop. The only reason why I actually enjoyed going to my babysitter was because they had this game. So in a way, the NES is important to me because it was the very beginning, and it's what led me into a wonderful world of many different video games and stories.
Hey guys, I'm Jared. I work at the front there. My favorite game on the NES is Kickmaster. I don't have a copy on me. I'm really bummed. We've had a copy for years. Not years, I lied. Like a couple months actually, but it's gone, so I'm sad. This game is unreal. This game, Kickmaster, dive kicks, magic, RPG elements, it's too sick. Kickmaster, play the game.
Hey, this is Erika. One of my favorite Nintendo games, or games in general, is Xanadu. This is a really great side-scrolling action RPG that came out on the system and was really, I don't know if I want to say it was ahead of its time, but it was definitely one of those games that inspired a lot later on. I'm much more of a JRPG fan, but there was something about this one. I remember spending so much time getting the magic shield at the beginning of the game, so much grinding. I think I grinded for like 3 hours, 2 hours, somewhere around there. And it was very rewarding in its own way, and then later on getting other upgrades and other items was really awesome. I mean, I love this game so much, I ended up getting the Angry Video Game Nerd to sign my copy a long time ago back in 2011. So it meant a lot to me, and it really taught me a lot more about the genre in general. So yeah, it's a really wicked one. It's definitely worth checking out.
So one of my favorite games on the Nintendo was Double Dragon 2, The Revenge. The reason why I picked part 2 is because of just the memories I had with playing with my brothers. And I remember how tough it was, and just doing the spin kicks in the knees and beating the game with them. I unfortunately never got to own this game. On my birthday I was gonna buy it, but my brothers peer pressured me to buy Tetris instead. Which I guess at the time I was disappointed, but looking at it now, Tetris was good too. But definitely this is my favorite game on the NES.
Hey guys, I'm Lawrence. I clearly work at A&T Games, and one of my favorite NES games is Marble Madness. I've had the opportunity to play this game as a kid because I like balls, you know. But really, it's a really simple game, you know. You just get your marble from the start of the course to the end of the course. It's a pretty simple game, but I'm a simple guy, and this is why I like it so much, because balls.
Hey, I'm Norm. This is one of my favorite NES games of all time. It's called Double Dragon 2. First of all, I'd just like to point your attention to this amazing box art. You know, obviously two heroes rescuing a lady. You know, classic. I remember this game fondly because I used to play the hell out of this game with one of my good friends. The best part was we were terrible at this game. And it was one of the first games where we discovered that we could actually beat each other up. So most of the time we would just, you know, try and run through the mission or the stage, and then we'd end up just beating each other up, which is pretty good. I also remember this one terrible level, I think it was the third one, where you're on a helicopter and you're fighting a guy, and then 2 doors open up and you're like, oh, that's weird, like, do I just go through this door? No, you don't, because that kills you. And he's constantly trying to throw you out of the helicopter, and that's not cool. Also, I remember this other stage too. I don't know if you can see this here, the second one there, where you're fighting on rooftops and you have to do some platforming, but these are like muscly dudes, so can't really jump too far, so we died a lot, and yeah. But anyways, lots of fun memories. Double Dragon 2, awesome, 2D side-scrolling brawler. You should get it. You should play it. It's the best.
Hey guys, so my name is Corey, and my favorite NES game has got to be Kirbys Adventure. Now this game is really crazy because it came out in 1993, which is super late into the NES life cycle, so it really pushed the system to its limits. Platforming was awesome, so colorful. King DDD is the greatest, he's the coolest character of all time. And what's really interesting about it is that it's one of Sakurai's first games, but you can totally see when you play Smash Brothers the way that it implements that game. Just the jumpiness and the floatiness of the characters, you see that in this game, and it translates really well into Smash, which ended up being my favorite game after the NES, so yeah, really big one for me.
Hi, I'm Travis, and the NES meant to me that I got to escape from my world into others to explore and play and have fun. One of my favorite games was Prince of Persia, and an immensely frustrating game. It spent hours and hours on the same level, but in the end, once you beat that part that you were spending hours and hours on, it was very rewarding.
Hey everybody, this is Chang from ANC Games. I'm one of the co-owners of ANC Games. And going back 30 years, my favorite game on the Nintendo is Super Mario Brothers. The original.
So my name is Daniel Texera, also known as the Taxinator, and I grew up with the NES. My neighbor had it in 1988, and I was like, wow, that's really cool. He's playing Super Mario Brothers. I gotta have that. So my parents fortunately were able to get me one during an auction. And 1989 got the Nintendo action set. So Mario was the first game I played, but my favorite game growing up was actually POW, Prisoners of War, based on an arcade game, a beat 'em up action game. But it was a lot different on the NES. They had boss battles, bonus rooms. It was really awesome. But my favorite game of all time, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. You know why, guys? Because it takes the bite out of the competition, just like Mike. That's right. It takes the bite out of the competition, guys. And you know what? It has really great replay value. You fight different opponents. You try to improve your times, come up with different challenges. And that's what I love about the NES. It's all about challenges, extreme challenges that I do. And I love it. It just keeps me coming back for more. That's why I love the NES, guys. Happy 30th anniversary, baby.